violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Man, we go to the club and shit, it's too hard for us to get in. That's why we don't think of stuff like that at home. How to embarrass women. It's rough. We thinking of ways to get in the club. Because they don't like letting us in. They hate letting men in. Now they let me in the club, a couple movies and all that. Now they let me in, but before, they ain't let me in. I felt like they was making up shit while I walked to the door not to let me in.
So this is DeRay Davis, and he's a really funny comedian, and he's pretty much explaining how difficult it is for men, black men especially, to get in the club, okay? And these are this is like some of the things that you can identify in everyday life, where there is an inherent and pretty much evident prejudice against black men when it comes to getting in the club. And the reason for that is because there's been so many guys that preceded you that ruined it for everybody else. You know, occasionally they're throwing out drunk white guy and all that kind of stuff, and they handle them pretty rough and kick them out, whatever. Okay, but a lot of times they're trying to discipline brothers in there, and you know, we ain't really going for all that, so we're not finna get tossed out of the club. Usually if you got to kick a black dude out of the club, it's going to end in a big old fight. That's just how it is. Maybe the club gets shot up, who knows? Okay, and I've done stories on my channel about this. So I think that what's happening is, you know, we're getting a bad rap. You know, regular everyday brothers is getting a bad rap from guys who want to set it off when they're in the wrong and they get kicked out of the club. Like, I've been kicked out of the club sometimes. If I was in the wrong, it was all good. Like, I'm keeping it moving. You don't got to put hands on me. I'm keeping it moving. Some dudes ain't like that, okay? And, you know, he's speaking towards like a dress code that they usually have in the club that is obviously catered to prevent black men from getting in the club.
Yeah, brother, I'm sorry, man. No black shoes with orange on them, no gray jeans. Yeah, no gray shirts, no goatees, no eyebrows tonight. No eyebrows? Yeah, bro, we stopped doing eyebrows, man. We ain't doing eyebrows this evening. No eyebrows tonight? You mean tell me no nobody in there got eyebrows? Yeah, man, we ain't want to deal with no expressions tonight, man, so we cut out all eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, go home, cut off your eyebrows, come back. I'm gonna let you right in.
And this is why we gotta, you know, keep comedy, if you will. You know, we can't just start censoring people's speech heavily, because, I mean, these comedians back in the day, they were really telling the real deal, the true story when it comes to these different situations. But I just feel like it's changed so much nowadays that there aren't really raw, authentic comedians really speaking on some real stuff.
I go home, cut off my damn eyebrows and come back. We just started doing eyebrows, man. Eyebrows only tonight. What the hell? Are you angry? I can't tell if you're angry or not, 'cause you ain't.
So this is a brother who posted on Twitter why he got turned away from the club. He said, got turned away because my shirt was too much. Okay, and in this thread, it basically says, black men, what's the worst excuse you've heard from bouncers when you've been denied entry to a venue? And this is real, okay? Honestly, if a white guy was wearing a shirt like that, they would be, oh yeah, I love the shirt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be a problem. He's got slacks on. He's got a collared shirt. The collared shirt is pretty graphic. Like, it's like a graphic collared shirt, but not like explicit, nothing explicit on it. And he gets denied from the club. And I think this is a prejudice that a lot of black men face. And like I said, it's because there have been guys who pretty much ruined it for everybody. And it's messed up that they do it like this. And it's messed up that, you know, a lot of brothers are getting denied from the clubs for reasons like this. But this is the reality that we're faced with, especially if we advocate for guys who are doing the wrong thing. Okay, if we, you know, if we defend those guys who aren't living the right way. Okay. So, you know, hopefully this can change. I don't see it changing anytime soon. You know, that's why when I go out, I make sure that I have on attire that I'm not going to get kicked out of the club for. But I don't know, man. It's definitely something noteworthy. And, man, I just don't think it can change because a lot of dudes, there's a lot of incidents that go down when it comes to like things that happen in the club and stuff like that. So, man.
In an emergency room bed right now here at UMMC. She was kidnapped. She was shot 7 times and she lived to tell her tale.
The grace of God.
I talked to 36-year-old Brandy Luttrell from her hospital bed where doctors treated her for 7 gunshot wounds. 17-year-old Dontarius McGee is charged.
Wow, 17-year-old brother named Dontarius McGee. The upkeep of the hair may or may not be an indication of demon time. But honestly, in this day and age, you really cannot tell. But apparently she was kidnapped. She's a Lyft driver. And this is what I'm saying when it comes to Lyft and Uber. It's so dangerous. And we know about taxi drivers getting shot up and stuff like that. But the thing is, the thing with Uber and Lyft, which makes it so weird, is that they don't carry any money, okay? They don't carry any money. But what can happen is somebody can call you an Uber, and then the person who gets in the Uber they don't have to be the person who called the Uber. So it's a way to really get set up. It's a way to set people up, maybe jack their cars or do what this guy was gonna do, kidnap her or whatnot. This guy's 17 years old on this type of demon time. Like kidnapping and shooting somebody, like that's a whole different type of demon time. Okay, but he's 17 on that. So I mean, these young dudes, bro, they ain't having it, bro. They're just off the wall, off the chain.
Charged with calling her for a ride and taking her by gunpoint.
Well, he wanted my my PIN numbers to my phone and my debit cards, and wanted to know how much money I had in the bank, and also wanted to know what was in my house. And so I told him whatever he wanted to know because I was, just trying to stay alive.
Shot 7 times, but none of the bullets hit any major organs. She managed to stumble to a nearby apartment complex where she got help.
So she gave it up. And this is the thing when people be like, bro, just give it up. And no, bro, these dudes, a lot of times these dudes want to shoot people. So it's like, even if you give it up, they'll still shoot you.
A call to 911. Her love and her fear for her family drove her not to give up.
Get on your knees, and so I get on my knees, and that's when I heard the first shot, and I knew I was hitting my leg then. And then my whole body hit the ground, and I was like trying to cover my face just in case he kept shooting, and of course he did.
The suspect had her home address, her garage door opener, and the keys to her car.
He did confess to the crime. He confessed to calling the female up for the Lyft driver.
JPD tracked down McGee.
Why did it sound like he had trouble explaining that? Deputy Chief Derek Hearns. All right, this is the deputy now.
Confessed to calling the female up for the Lyft driver.
JPD tracked down McGee and arrested him just a few hours after the crime.
To my understanding, that through our interview with this individual, this is not the first time that this occurred.
In other words, he's robbed other people like this by luring drivers.
Yes.
Wow. See, and this is what I said about Uber and Lyft. Guys, anybody can be like, you might be trying to pick somebody up, and it might say, Marissa called the Uber, and then a dude pull up. Like, that's why I stopped driving Uber, because it's like a woman will call the Uber, and then I guess it's her baby daddy or her boyfriend or something, he gonna hop in the car. So I'm just like, bruh, I'm done with the Uber stuff. Like I'm not finna get finesse where it's somebody calling the Uber and then it's a whole random person that hop in the car.
A small relief for Brandy, recovering from her wounds and just glad that no one else she loves got hurt.
Grateful that my family is okay, that they weren't harmed.
JPD says they are looking at McGee in connection with at least one other such similar incident involving either an Uber or Lyft driver. Brandy Luttrell was shot 7 times, but she says every single bullet actually went straight through her. It did shatter one of her shoulder blades.
Wow, she is lucky to be alive.
But she believes there's a good possibility she could get out of this hospital in a few days.
Wow, I mean, Shorty is like 50, like she's 50 Cent. Like if a black dude got shot 7 times and lived to tell, he dropping an album, something like she might need to drop a country music album or a folk, I don't know, or turn to like the female Eminem.
Live in Jackson, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.
And police are also looking for the gunman who killed another man on the Northwest Side during a fight over a car blocking a garage. Police say 36-year-old Carl Washington was trying to get another man to move his car, and then the man shot Washington in the back and took off. This happened in the 2600 block of North Mobile Avenue.
A Chicago father is shot and killed after he asked a man not to block access to his garage.
It happened in the Belmont Central neighborhood. WGN's Rob Sneed joins us live from the Chicago Police Department's 25th District. Rob, good evening.
Good evening to you, Taman. This man was just 36 years old. This is another father, another child who has to live without his father in this city.
Man, and this is in Chicago. Obviously, we all know how it is. But the crazy thing is, this dude got killed because somebody was blocking his garage, man. Blocking the entryway to his garage so he couldn't get out and leave his own home.
And I screamed, "Can you please hurry up? You know, the guy is dying." And I don't know what happened when they got there.
That was Maria Delgado's plea to paramedics when they arrived to the 2600 block of North Mobile Avenue. Chicago police say a 36-year-old man came home to find his garage blocked just before 10 last night. He asked the other driver to move his car out of the way, and that driver got out and started pushing the 36-year-old.
Dang. So, bruh, somebody parked in front of his garage. He's just trying to park his car. And he tells a guy, another brother, "Hey, bro, can you move your car so I can pull in my own driveway?" And this dude gets mad, start pushing him.
Soon after, police say that driver shot the 36-year-old man and left him there to die.
I heard the jump. I went outside to check, and I just saw a guy down.
You saw the guy down?
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
It was a moment of sadness because, you know, nothing like this happened before in our neighbor.
Today I spoke with the victim's family, and no one wanted to speak with us on camera. They said he was a father, and this is very upsetting. Juanita lives a few doors down, and at the time of the shooting, she didn't hear the gunshot, but she says she saw first responders.
I don't know. I mean, it might be like a Hispanic dispute. You know, will they find the guy? Probably not. Looks like the Hispanic community, so I'm assuming that it's probably Hispanic on Hispanic. Yeah, I mean, so, whew. I mean, hopefully it wasn't no brother who did this, honestly.
Says she can't help but think about his child left behind without a father.
He used to love my cooking because I make Puerto Rican food, and he always used to order things for me. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, really.
Juanita says the violence is so much. She wants to move, but until that happens, she says the community must watch out for each other.
Get him out.
And at last check, no one is in custody for the shooting. Anyone with any information is asked to call police.
See, and this is how these joints go in Chicago. People don't get caught for doing stuff like this, so. Whew. Dang. It's crazy.
Reporting live on the city's west side, Rob Sneed.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.